Deputy Lyons.
Thank you, Councillor Corlett. Can I first of all start off by commenting on Deputy Joan Collins? I happened to be up in my office at the time, and she seemed to be giving a bit of a bang at the government over putting a small levy on private pensions. I decided to look at her own website and what her own opinion during the election campaign was on pensions, and I want to quote two lines from it. Eliminate all tax subsidies on private pension funds for those on incomes over 100,000, followed by, these subsidies to the wealthy must now be claimed back to fund the stimulus package to the rest of society. I really think that Deputy Collins needs to decide which side of the fence she's on and sit on one side rather than switch from one to the other. Councillor Corlett, I'd like to start off by welcoming the government's decision on Tuesday and their range of initiatives. For years now, we've been discussing the various problems in the banks, almost to the exclusion of jobs. For the general public, the feeling must have been that banks are the priority and not jobs. So I'm proud that this package of measures we are shown that even during a challenging situation that we've inherited, that we can offer real opportunities for job creation and economic growth. Councillor Corlett, we all want more jobs for those we represent. We must, however, be honest with people and say that there is no silver bullet. Massive job growth is needed to replace the devastating effects of the economic collapse, and this will take time. Many of our people also need time. They need time to retrain or to upskill, to get back into employment. Likewise, many new qualified graduates need work experience to apply their learning to help them secure employment. With Tuesday's announcements, this government has shown that we are willing to stand by the people and to give them the time and supports they need to get back to work. In total, 20,900 places were outlined in the Jobs Initiative, including 5,000 internships and 3,000 back-to-education places. This figure also includes a range of additional skills training to be delivered by FOSS. These places will open up new avenues and opportunities for people, in particular those who worked in sectors which have been hard hit by the economic collapse, such as the construction sector. We are all aware of the massive loss of jobs in the construction sector over the last 4 years. It was the first sector to start shedding jobs. And because of this, thousands of primarily young people, men in particular, are in danger of falling into long-term unemployment. All the evidence shows that the longer you are unemployed, the harder it becomes to get back into employment. The retraining places announced in the initiative will give these people new opportunities to pursue and to ensure that this generation are not allowed to fall by the wayside and become long-term unemployed. As well as providing the necessary training and upskilling places, there were a range of initiatives announced that will help us to develop sectors of our economy with high growth potential. We are all pleased with the recent growth in our export figures, but we know the export element of our economy cannot provide all the necessary job growth that we need in this country. For this, the initiative sets out priorities in areas such as tourism, which is a huge employer across our country. Between 2007 and 2010, the number of overseas visitors fell by 2 million, and this had a massive knock-on effect on businesses across the country. This decline must be reversed, and measures to regain this lost ground were included in the Jobs Initiative last Tuesday. 3 of them are: number 1, the abolition of the counterproductive air tax travel tax, which I believe will make airfares more competitive, and I will hope and I do believe that it will bring more visitors to our country. We've also introduced a reform of the visa system to make it easier for visitors from fast-growing economies like India and China to come visit Ireland. And finally, a reduction on the rate of VAT on tourism-related goods and services to improve our competitiveness and increase our attractiveness to foreign visitors. Further initiatives announced, such as the additional 30 million in 2011 for the National Retrofit Programme, will support jobs and help consumers lower their energy bills. The additional funds for road maintenance will create jobs while facilitating necessary repairs. Sorry, I'm flying because I realise I might be short on time here today. We also had the announcement of extra funding for the summer work schemes in schools, which is particularly welcome, as we all know schools in our constituencies that need essential repairs, and for a student to learn properly, they do need an adequate physical environment. These measures will support jobs and give us the platform to create new ones. Councillor Corlett, the measures outlined in the Jobs Initiative set out practical first steps to begin the process of rebuilding our economy along more sustainable lines. They provide stimulus in the form of immediate investment, while also creating the conditions for longer job term growth. And finally, Count Corlin, and most importantly, I believe that this Jobs Initiative gives our people a chance to overcome the challenges facing them. I am proud to support this bill and that the government is fulfilling its promise to make job creation its #1 priority.
Thank you very much, Deputy.